Brianne Olson is Shikaz Nehiaki Dinjaba. My name is Brianne Olson and I live in Nehiyaw territory, currently residing in Edmonton. My father's from Rimbey, Alberta, which is down south, and my mother's from Mihkowapikwaniy First Nation out east. And yeah, honored to be here at the cultural camp this weekend.
So tell me a bit about some of the activities you've been doing since you've been here.
I've been involved in some of the artistic activities, so participating in beadwork, and then doing some of like the butchering the moose and filleting fish and the traditional like food sustenance activities. And what else? Doing I actually just took part in the swing therapy, which was really amazing. It was really therapeutic and healing. Yeah, it was really nice. And then I came with some young people, and I've been helping out with food and preparing food and helping the women with the kitchen activities, and so just serving people all weekend here, which is really, really nice. Yeah. I know kind of the underlying roots of what's happened in the land up here. There's been a lot of industry and a lot of like forced appropriation of land by the government and by industry. And yeah, it feels good, to be with Indigenous people on the land and just reclaiming what has been done here for hundreds of thousands of years, and it feels just powerful in that way. But it also feels you can kind of feel that heaviness, just with those issues that are kind of underlying, but there's so much strength and so much power in the fact that we can all come together in this place and reclaim these things that have been done, and that in a lot of ways were taken away from our young people. But I just see so many young people wanting to take part in activities and want to learn and want to reclaim what their ancestors had done in this area. I feel really honored to be here because this is the home of my friends, the Labukan family, and just honored to be invited to their home community. I think it's a really big blessing to be able to come here and to see everything that they prepared for everybody, for us and for the young people that I brought here. It feels really special, and to be honored and to be acknowledged in that way. And that, what's more Indigenous or what's more Cree than that is to just honor people by, acknowledging them and inviting them to your home. So I feel really blessed to be here for that reason.
We're also going to be having a traditional feast on Sunday, as well as a round dance, then a giveaway. Then on midnight on Sunday night, there'll be a candlelight vigil for all of the people that have lost someone, no matter how long ago.
I work with a large population of Indigenous youth in the city that are oftentimes, disenfranchised, have a lack of identity, are involved in a lot of risky behavior, and it really brings it home when you come out to the bush and you see kids involved in their culture and you see kids on the land. Like, it really makes so much sense because you see their spirit come alive, and they're just so happy and they're so joyful, and they're learning, and to hear them you know, wanting to learn about their stories and wanting to learn about reclaiming their practices. Like the moose, there was like 20 kids all sitting around this moose yesterday, and the elders and was laughing, and the kids were all laughing, and it's just like, you just see that spirit come alive. So that's why I do what I do. And you know, the more and more that I do this work, you know, working with this population and working with young people, I realize how much is missing in the city that we'll never find in the city. We're not going to find healing as Indigenous people, and we're not going to find healing for our youth there. There's only so far it can go, and it's so important that we're given opportunities like this where we can come out onto the land and we can reconnect, and the kids can be around their elders and be around the adults and the language speakers and their ceremonies and their practices. So that's why this is what I do as part of my work. It's not like I'm just a social worker. This is like, I'm an Indigenous woman and I'm a social worker, and this is part of doing that work. So last year I brought a young girl who was only 14 at the time. And then this year, as we were literally in the car, we're just about to drive away, her cousin came running out and said, I really want to come camping. And she's never done anything before. I've worked with her for years and years, and she's never reached out in that way or wanted to participate in those kind of activities. But she just came running out, and she came along. It was just very last minute, and she's here, and it's just like profound. She's just being a kid and laughing and having fun, and all that stress is gone. And that's what I want to see. I want to see more young people, and she never would have been here if it wasn't for her cousin. So now I see that momentum happening. These young people are starting to tell other people about what they're doing here, and they're starting to become proud of what they're doing here and all these activities they're participating in. So the more that we can build up momentum to get young people excited about their culture and excited about the land and excited about being amongst our people and rebuilding that community, that's a positive. So I think that's just going to naturally happen over the next few years, and I hope that I can facilitate that in whatever way possible.